Hello, Litheo, Terrolution23 here, back again. I know it's been a really long time, but we are going to try and get back at it. I'd like to introduce to you my other admin.
Hello, what's up? Green Drafty here. How's everybody?
Now, I know it's been a long time. I think it's been like a couple of months since we had like a recent upload, but with life, school, and all that jazz, it just didn't really have too much time for it. But I promise now with Sun and Moon, with the hype of Sun and Moon, we are going to be back at it at full force. You can expect more seasons, more uploads, more Let's Plays, more Battle Royales. I mean, our FFAs are now Battle Royales, so that'll be really awesome. We're going to be a lot more into the VGC. Like, last season, with the whole, Legends everywhere, I really just was not feeling the VGC. But now, with just the Alolan decks, it's going to be crazy. I mean, if you guys kept up with the leaks and know all the Pokemon that are out right now, you know what I'm talking about. You definitely know what I'm talking about. Now, talking about Sun and Moon hype, there is a lot that we got to cover. This is going to be just a short introduction video, and we're going to try and get as much into it as possible. But there's just so much. Hope you guys are ready. So the first thing I want to talk about in terms of Sun and Moon hype is like the main topic a lot of people on YouTube have been talking about. A lot of people on Twitter have been talking about. What's going to be your in-game team? Now, I came up with a team. Greenscrafty came up with a team. Wherever it is. Yeah, I just want to talk about it, and I want to talk about why I picked that team. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to have your own opinion as to what you want on your team as well, especially just during your normal run-through. I would love to hear that in the comments below. So, first one is obviously going to be our starters. Now, I love Rowlet. Like, I'm a bird person. Even though I have this little doggo back here, I'm actually a very big fan of birds. And when I saw that there was going to be an actual owl, not like the random hoot-hoot that you get that was a Pidgey of the Johto region, I was really excited. Like, a grass owl. I mean, I didn't really like the whole, ice weakness, like the 4 times ice weakness it was going to have, and I was a little worried the whole time that it was going to continue that all the way to the end, to then have, Poplio's whole evolution line being super fully effective against both the other starters. But, no, it actually ended up being a Grass Ghost type, which is actually really cool. So, Decidueye, first Pokemon. Second one is going to be, oh god, excuse me if I butcher this name, but Sandal's final evolution. What's that one called? Sazzle something. Salamander. Sazzle something. Sazzle Zizzle. Let's go with that. Salazzle. Something interesting I actually found out about Salazzle. Salazzle only evolves if it's a girl. Didn't know that. I honestly did not know that. Which doesn't really bother me too much, but I think actually the catch rate for females in the wild, or the encounter rate, is a lot lower than it is for males. So, expect during the Let's Play, if I get there, I'm going to be hunting around for that one for a while. Oh yeah, totally. Fire Poison?
That's very good.
Yeah, it's an amazing type combination, but offensively and defensively. Even though it doesn't have great stats, but that's still awesome, especially for a Let's Play. Next is going to be Alolan Ninetales.
Oh, beautiful.
I know. That, when I saw that majestic beauty of a Pokemon, I was like, oh my god, I gotta have this in my team. And what's nice, because we're mainly talking about in-game teams, you don't have to worry about, special, balancings on your teams. Come on, 4 times weakness to Steel. That thing is gonna die crazy. But, with other Pokemon I'm planning on having on my team, and with Salandit's evolution, it can balance it off, especially in the Let's Play team. And it's just Ice and Fairy. That's a crazy good, offensive combination.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Totally crazy. The next one on my team that I was hoping to get was, what was it? Vikavolt.
Oh, yes. That's going to be on everybody's team.
I know. That thing is so popular. But, I mean, for just a normal Pokemon to have 145 base specialty attack.
Yes, that's really strong. It sucks that it's so slow, but
I mean, oh god, I mean, yeah, and especially in a kind of in an in-game team, that's not that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really good.
Oh my gosh, that thing is amazing. So, my next Pokemon, Lycanroc. I love Moon but I like Lycanroc's Sun form, midday form, better, just because I love Huskies. And I'm pretty sure you've heard this so many times on YouTube, everywhere on Twitter, that, oh gosh, the Husky, finally a Husky Pokemon. But I will gladly take the Midnight form as well, because honestly, it looks hilarious to me. But I'm going to get the Midnight form because I'm going to be playing Moon. But if I had to be like optimistic, I would get Lycanroc, the Midday form. Also, because it gets the new Priority Rock move, Excel Rock, which is, I think, the only Pokemon that gets it, right?
Yeah, it's the only one.
And that's really good. Like, a Priority Rock type move, Rock being a great offensive, like, move is awesome. And that's 5. I'm at 5, yeah, that's 5.
Yeah, you're at 5.
And my last one, I'm stuck between 2 Pokemon. Oh gosh. Toxex?
Oh, Toxapex?
Toxapex.
Oh, I love that one.
Oh my gosh. I just did some research on Toxapex. Was a couple of days ago. Holy crap, that thing has so many resistances.
8 resistances and 2 weaknesses, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right, because I was looking at it the other day. It was something crazy like that. It gets Recover, Regenerator. It has like its own form of Protect that if hit by a contact move, it poisons the target. That thing is like an amazing wall. And you all know I'm a poison type gym leader. I'm definitely gonna have that on my team.
Oh, I hate you so much.
Totally gonna have that on my team. It's gonna be so much fun. With that and Dragalge as my 2 walls, it's gonna be amazing. But I was stuck between this one, and I'm going to butcher the heck out of this name, but it's Aranqua. Oh my gosh, that water spider. I've been trying to.
Arachnoid.
It was like
Araquanid.
That one, Araquanid.
Yeah.
I was struggling between the two because Toxapex has amazing defenses overall, but it has kind of like crappy offensive. And for an Let's Play, having a defensive mon is great, but I kind of want to have something with a bit more offense to it. So that's why I was thinking about Araquanid as a good substitute. It's still a water type. It has decent attack and it has a decent bug and water type attack moves. And now that we don't need HMs anymore, you don't have to teach something, like Surf, Fly, like those mandatory moves. And I can have a water type that's physical and not have to worry about it. So that's what I was thinking as my in-game team. What's yours?
All right. So first off, Litten is the best starter that they've ever made, hands down.
Okay.
So obviously I'm going to pick Incineroar.
Mm-hmm.
I love dark types.
Oh yeah.
When I first saw the design, I was a little upset. I thought it was going to be firefighting.
Everyone did.
I was very upset, but I heard it was fire dark. I was ecstatic. I love its new attack. I love everything about its design. Is awesome.
Now there's like a lot of discussion on a lot of like talking like I think Game Freak realized people didn't want another firefighting and just last minute changed it to a dark. Because I mean, come on, it's a wrestler.
It's a wrestler, yeah.
It's a wrestler. Now, like they were trying to explain it to be like, oh, some luchadors fight dirty, and like where you have Halucha, which is the clean type of fighter, you now have Incineroar, who's like the dark type of luchador.
Yeah, I like it. It has a good lore behind it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
All right, so my next one is going to be Vikavolt 2 because I just love it. I love its design. Only having 2 weaknesses is pretty good, and its ability is awesome.
Levitate.
And again, and again, it hits really hard.
Oh yeah, I can totally say that on everyone's team. There's no other really good electric type, right?
I don't think so. But outside of Raichu, I don't think so.
No, and I know definitely a couple of selected few who's going to be going after that Alolan Raichu. And actually, for me, to be honest, I was trying to debate between Alolan Raichu and Alolan Ninetales. But
yeah, I
take a hold.
Yeah. All right, so my next one is going to be the best dragon they've ever made, Como. Dragon fighting, that is an insane offensive typing.
Oh my gosh, that thing.
The best offensive typing they've made so far.
And you know what's crazy? Soundproof. The ability soundproof.
Oh my god, so good.
One of the strongest fairy moves at the current moment was always pixelated hyper voice.
Yep.
And almost any good fairy type would have pixelated hyper voice. And
Yeah.
now it just took away one of the strongest moves that fairy types have.
Yep.
And I looked at its move pool. It can actually learn poison jab.
Yeah, it can learn Poison Jab, which is going to be very great coverage.
Mm-hmm.
It gets Dragon Dance. Like, that's just ridiculous.
Dragon dance up and just start poison
Yeah.
jabbing things. You're going to be fine. And I think it has like what, over 130 attack power?
I think it's 135.
135. Yeah, it's crazy high.
Yeah, it's really strong.
Oh yeah.
All right, so my next one is going to be Wishy Washy.
Oh my gosh, wishy washy.
That thing is absolutely broken.
I was looking.
So strong.
It still has it maintains its 45 base HP stat, which is unfortunate. But like when it transformed to its school form, 140 attack, 140 specialty attack, 135 defense, 135 specialty defense, and 40 speed. That, I mean, as you all know, not only am I a poison type gym leader, I'm also a trick room fanatic. That thing is going on my trick room team.
Trick room lord right there.
Oh my god! And I was in. If you guys haven't been on Cetabi yet, Cetabi actually updated all the new Pokemon with all the new abilities, and something that's really cool, at the very bottom, they also put all their potential Z moves, and the strongest version of the Z move that Pokemon can get.
Yeah.
140 base power, like, base attack and specialty attack, on, like, 180, 190, like, base power moves. Oh my god.
Insane.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Mm-hmm.
All right. So my next one is obviously going to be everybody's favorite so far is Salazzle.
Yes, everyone's talking about Salazzle.
I love it. Its design is awesome.
Yeah. Salazzle.
But they gave it a split evolution. One for male, one for female.
That would have been really cool. That would have been really smart. Remember how before we were talking about that we actually thought that Salandit was going to evolve into a Komodo dragon?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. If the male could have been Komodo dragon, could have been a more defensive, bulkier attacker, type, versus the female who's like quick and like feisty. It would have made perfect sense too, because Komodo dragons are known for their noxious breath. So, and dragon being fire is kind of related to fire. Poison dragon, it could have still remained its typing, and it could have done that. And you know what also would have been a cool thing if they did that? It could have made it similar back to Gen 1, where you had Nidoran, male and female, where the Nidoran male was the more offensive one, the Nidoran female was the more defensive one. So they could have done that and swapped it, and it would have been a good homage to Gen 1, and it would have been a really good, cool, thought behind it.
Yeah, that would have been really cool to see. I would have loved that.
Mm-hmm. C'est la vie. Maybe next gen.
All right, so my last mon is going to be Lycanroc.
Also a very popular one.
I'm not very sure which form I want, if I want the midday or the midnight.
Mm-hmm.
I like the midnight. It's just not as fast as the midday, but it hits the same equally as hard.
Yeah.
And it gets no guard as a hidden ability.
I think the difference is that the defense is swapped with the speed, but I think the offense is the same.
Yeah, the offense is the same. The midnight is a little slower. Yeah,
midnight's slower but more bulky, versus midday is a little bit more fragile but a lot quicker.
Yeah. So I mean, I like both designs equally. Like, I think they're both great designs.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. So that's my team. That's what I'm rolling with.
That's awesome. Like, I mean, just by listening to us, Vikavolt, Lycanroc, Salazzle, like, all super popular. And it's kind of interesting how there are clear fan favorites.
Yes.
Very clear fan favorites. And I can see definitely a lot of people doing that. And one of the things I want to do during my Let's Play is, like, every now and then, grab a whole bunch of people and do a random free-for-all. Or I guess in this case it would be a battle royale. And just for the fun of it, just because I think it auto sets everyone to 50, so you don't really have to worry about your levels.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to watch. So now that we talked about what our in-game team is going to be, just what is your number one favorite Pokemon. Why? I guess, yeah, favorite Pokemon and why. And this is just like as an overall. And I have to say the Pokemon that probably impacted me the most in terms of like future competitiveness, just like design, idea, was Oranguru.
Ooh. It fits your style perfectly, that's why.
Yeah, it does. It does. It really does. It's pretty bulky. It's a Trick Room setter. It's a perfect like ally Pokemon. And you know, with me wanting to be a bit more into VGC this year, and with it being able to set up Trick Room and be able to like double the attack of these stupidly powerful mons. Like one of the things that I'm thinking, and this is trademark. If one of you guys take this, I'm gonna be very upset. Is going to be Oranguru with Wishy Washy.
Oh no, no,
With
no,
Surf.
no,
Now I think
no,
we've seen this in the trailer actually. Oranguru making Wishy Washy do Surf, and we were all thinking, oh, that's pretty awesome. That's kind of cool. Hey, get this. It also gets Helping Hand. It gets Instruct, and you can always put either Life Orb or was it Choice Specs to even make it like that much more powerful. And you have Vikavolt who can do Discharge. You have what's that other ridiculously like powerful Pokemon? Shoot, what was it? I mean, even like Lightning Rock, Midnight Form, it can do Rock Slide with the double flinch chance. With it being so slow. Good. And I think what's also great about Oranguru is that because of the way Instruct works, he has to be the second person to go. And under Trick Room, he's one of the fastest Trick Room users that I'm going to be using on purpose. And because he's fastest outside of Trick Room, he's going to be the slowest inside Trick Room.
I like that.
Yeah. So no matter what, under Trick Room, he's always going to go second. Yeah. So as long as I do my EVs correctly, that's going to be very powerful.
Oh my god, that and Wishy Washy. Oh my god.
Vikavolt, Wishy Washy, it's going to be crazy.
Very scary.
Mm-hmm. So what's yours?
Oh, God. Well, as most people know, my Gen 6 favorite mon was Chestnut.
Yep.
So I'm going to follow suit, and I really, really love Toxapex.
Yo! I mean, you guys already heard us talk a little bit about Toxapex.
Oh, I love it so much. It has 142 defense, 132 special defense. Its new ability, Merciless, is insane. Yeah,
it's if poisoned, auto crit all the time, crits all the time.
All of its attacks, any attack, auto crit. It gets regen. It gets recover. It gets access to toxic spikes. It has that baneful bunker. I love it. It's my favorite mon.
And for those who don't know, Painful Bunker is a very similar to Chestnut's Spiky Shield, but instead of doing damage, if contact, it will poison. Normal poison, not toxic poison. FYI.
Yeah, and Merciless and Venoshock is going to be ridiculous.
That is true. It doesn't have amazing specialty attack, but the defenses make it last longer in battle, so it will just keep critting you and critting you and critting you.
Yep, and coming off of what is it, 85 times 2, it's like 165 or something.
Base power.
Off of a crit.
Yeah.
Off of a crit.
Off a stab.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It can
has the ability to absorb toxic spikes.
Yep.
It's over. It's over. It's the best mon, Gen 7.
That's awesome. So, next on our list of things to talk about for today is going to be our YouTube upload schedule. Do you want to take over for this one?
Yeah, I'll go over it. So every day we're going to be doing one LP episode, and then every day there's gonna be a second upload. So, for example, one day is going to be a VGC upload. One's going to be a live battle royale. We're experimenting with a Litheo talks, so it's going to be kind of like a podcast. We're going to have one topic every day, every week, and we'll just talk about it. Maybe have some
guest speakers.
Some people join us. Yeah, guest speakers join us.
Like you can imagine the type of topics that we're going to have too, like VGC, competitive things like special mons of the day, stuff like that.
Yeah. And I'm still talking with Shadow about his Shadow sets.
Yeah, I
His
remember.
his capture card is kind of buggy right now.
Ugh, that
So
sucks.
he's trying to figure it out. He's got a new computer and everything, so trying to figure that out. Hopefully he can do it. If
Mhm.
not, then we'll figure something out there.
Yeah,
And
I'm
we'll
sure.
have two slots open,
Mhm.
two other slots left open. So later on, we can probably add stuff into that. So there'll be 2 days where there's only one upload. And as we progress, we'll add stuff into those two slots.
Yeah, and that's gonna be, and we're gonna do our best to try and follow this. Like, we have a lot more energy, have a lot more enthusiasm now with the new game, the new generation. Like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were great games. They really were. I enjoyed them thoroughly. But you know, it wasn't anything particularly new. The story
Yeah,
was pretty good, but you can't really do anything besides a let's play on the story. There were new megas, but then the formula was pretty much the same. Nothing really changed, which is why, even though I love playing it, I was never really too hyped in order to continue full throttle with YouTube on it. Which is why I just kept up with the league. We still did more seasons and everything, but we didn't really upload too much on YouTube.
yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
the meta got stale. It got boring quick because it was like just basically the same thing as X and Y.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So
But with this new Pokemon, brand new like sets, like it's gonna change our perspective on how we're gonna do our seasons, and
yep,
it's gonna be crazy. And you know, with new generations, you always get more hype from everyone. So, you know, probably the first 2 or 3 seasons for Litheo are gonna be jam packed. Don't miss it. Don't miss out. You guys are gonna love it.
man. Don't be
So
late. Don't be
yeah,
late. That's
don't
my
be
only
late.
thing. Don't be late.
And before I talk a bit more about the actual season structure, I want to talk about how the actual Let's Play is going to go. They're going to be semi-short episodes, probably like half-an-hour episodes, where I'm just going to be pretty much trying to do a Nuzlocke, a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Moon. And the reason why I say Nuzlocke is because I do want to try and do the whole, like, one capture per route / city, in this case, because now you have patches of grass and cities. I want to do the whole, like, you can't buy healing items. If they die, all that. Because I really want to give a bit more oomph, a bit more suspense to these Let's Plays. And I also find it very fun. But the one thing I do want to change is going to be the capture rate. And when I do the Let's Play, I'm going to have all the rules written down. But if you guys want to follow along and do this type of Nuzlocke too, just to add more like level of difficulty to this, it'd be pretty cool. So it's essentially the same Nuzlocke rules. The only difference is when you get to a new area / town / route, you're allowed one capture, but you can capture any Pokemon at whatever time you want. Reason being, you know, brand new game, brand new Pokemon, brand new abilities. You don't want to limit yourself to like finding all the same Pokemon. If you want to add a bit more diversity, you're allowed to in this way. So it's a pseudo Nuzlocke, and I already have ideas of which Pokemon I want for each route. And it's going to be interesting. And also with the wild Pokemon calling for help thing, the possibilities of actually what you can get is crazy. I saw something on Twitter where a Bagon, a Melee Allen,
Oh,
you saw that,
oh,
right? You saw that.
yeah. That's
A
that's
level
ridiculous.
what was it? A level 10 or
Level 10 Salamence.
no? It was like a level 12 Bagon called for
Yeah,
help and called a level 10 Salamence.
it's ridiculous.
I mean, I will try for that, but I'm not gonna really like wait for that. But it'd be really cool if that happened.
Yeah, that's insane.
Oh, something else too. The whole QR code business. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but in Pokemon Sun and Moon, we now have the ability to scan QR codes to add Pokemon to our Pokedex. You don't add Pokemon to your team; you just add Pokemon to your Pokedex. And every 10 QR codes you scan, you get a random non-Alolan native Pokemon pop up near you, which is going to be crazy because like they were talking about Johto starters, random
Yep.
Johto starters out in the wild. That's crazy. So
That's
I do want to do at least just one of those, and just to see like how it works with the Nuzlocke. But I'm just going to do one, and it's not really going to count in the area. It's just going to be by like my one QR code Pokemon. So maybe I get lucky. Who knows? You have to watch and find out. Yeah, seriously. I mean, I won't even know what to expect. But yeah, so those besides what I just mentioned, those are going to be the Nuzlocke rules. So if you're interested, if you want to join in on the Nuzlocke, if you want to join in on I guess they're battle royales now. Follow at Litheo region on Twitter. Keep in contact with us, and I'll be like shouting out whenever I do those free for alls, whenever I want to do like chats like this, in order to get people more involved. Because remember, Litheo is meant to be a group community. Like, even though myself, Greenscrafty, Rune Master, like, we're the admins and we're doing a lot of the organization things, a lot of our other members are really involved with this region, with this channel.
They're very involved.
Yeah, and I want everyone to feel that way. Like, no matter who you are, if you just come in and you want to be a part of us, there's no problem with that. This is a group account, I guess. Pretty much.
Yeah, group account. That sounds, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hello. But yeah, so then the last thing we want to talk about is going to be how our next season setup is going to be. So next season, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but think of trial captains, think of kahunas. Actually, I'm gonna let you talk about that one.
All right. So we're gonna basically emulate the in-game of Sun and Moon. So we're gonna have 4 islands, and each island will have 2 trial captains and 1 kahuna. The kahunas are gonna serve as the Elite 4, and the captains are gonna serve as the gym leaders. I'm not gonna go into depth into that, just to keep it a surprise for now. So that's all you're gonna know. And then once you beat all the islands and the kahunas, you will be able to advance to the champ, which is the Effect 09. Shoutouts. So that's pretty much what we're gonna give you now. Later on, as we progress in the year, we'll let you know exactly what's happening.
Yeah. And also like the whole one island, move on to the next island, move on to the next island.
Oh yeah. So once you start one island, you have to stay on that island until you finish.
And an island consists of 2 trial captains and 1 kahuna.
Yeah. So once you start, there's no leaving. You're stuck.
You're stuck, and you can't change teams because out of your 10 Pokemon that you're normally allowed, you have to bring 6 with you to an island, and then you have to plan accordingly. You're gonna know the types of all of them, and you have to just bring 6, and those 6 Pokemon has to beat both trial captains and the kahuna. But remember, just like all other Litheo rules, we're talking about species. You can always switch out natures, movesets, items, so on and so forth.
Yeah, all that you can change.
Just keep the same species.
Yeah, same 6 mons you start with, same 6 mons you end with.
Yeah, and I have a really good feeling about this. I think Sun Moon is going to be great revival.
It's going to be our most successful season, I think.
Oh yeah, especially like with the whole mystery with Arceus and legendaries with Type Null. Yeah. It's going to be crazy. I'm excited.
Yep.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Very excited.
All right. Well, it was a great time chatting with you guys.
Yep, indeed. I hope everybody enjoyed.
All right. We will catch you guys next time. See ya.
Later.
Bye.